Mm, 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 boom, boom. Okay. Seems like thing called worked today. That's nice. Videos. Let me just get some things here. Okay. Let me share this on Instagram and we'll be good. Live now on our channel. Hello. How's it going? Okay. Cool, 3D rigging. Blender. Carnotaurus. Good. Yukjong. Hello. Just sending one thing on Instagram here real quick. And we can start. There we go. Right. Sent. All good. So now we can start it. And don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. And there are some links down the description for you if you're interested in, well, helping support the channel a little bit more, or also just joining our community on Discord and, well, seeing some more things that we have doing there. Okay, so in the previous live, which was yesterday, I finished the rig of the legs, and basically let's just put it like this for now. This is what we got so far. So we have kind of like a automatic toes curling feature, which is interesting. I could add another thing here, but I think this is okay for now. And I'm gonna have to add something to be able to dial this, like to not have it at all if the animator wants to have full control. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is get this here to move automatically, and then I'm also going to have to create a thing here just to, well, not there, actually here, just to make things a little bit easier to control the amount that this is going to go to either side and stuff like that. So to do that, I like to add a special bone. Let me see. I'm gonna need this 2 bones and this one up here. Let me just get them to the temp, so TMP right there, so I can just focus on them. So let me shift the D on this one, non-deform. Now I'm gonna get this on here. Selection to cursor. Whoops. Let me put it at individual. Put it like this and this. That way. And now let me global Z axis on this one. So we can't see it yet because I don't have it turned on. So like that. Pretty good. This here is basically going to be the showing all the angles from this foot to this foot. So let's do something here real quick. Let's change the name of it to be MCH Heat Angles. That's it. Okay, so another thing that I'm gonna need actually is to have this parented with this one and it tracking stretch to that one there. Okay, that's good. So if I move this back, we see that we have something like this. If I move this up, we're gonna have something like this. That's all good. Now I'm gonna need to check the angles from this bone, and using those angles I'm going to transform this guy here. So if that's the case, let's select this here and then select this one, Ctrl Shift C, and transformation. There we go. Let's put it there. And now let's see. If I make this leg go forward, so let's imagine this here is just going forward by this amount. I don't know how much it moved. I don't need to know. I just need to have this changed to local, and extrapolate. I'm gonna map from rotation to rotation as well. So in this case, Z. Then let's see, I'm going to put here an arbitrary value. I'm just gonna put something like 90 or maybe 45 actually. And now that I have this like that, I can just come down here and increase or decrease this value. In this case, I'm going to increase it. So something like this is fine. Let's just leave it at 10. So automatically it's moving like that. So the legs going forward, the pelvis is rotating that way. The same thing, I don't need to do anything else, is happening with the other foot as well, because I'm just using the angles of this bone. Oh, there we go. We're gonna have something like this. This one was the Z, and it changed that, but also with the Z rotation, I want it to go down or up. In this case, I think it would be interesting to just have the same idea. So just bring this forward like this. I'm gonna need this guy to rotate also on the x-axis using the z down. So this max one is going down there, like something like this. So 6 is already a good default value. And then we're gonna have, if I move this, we already have a really nice move of the pelvis. And the last one is going to be the Y rotation. That one, I cannot do it here exactly. Well, actually, this one that I did with the X that I cannot do, because if I make this go forward, see, the pelvis is going up, but it shouldn't go up. It should go down as well. So let's remove from here. This one can be 0. Let's just get the Z on the Y there. Move this one forward. When it moves like this, it also rotates. So let's see. It's that way, and it has to rotate this. Whoops. Has to rotate this way. Yeah. Okay, so if that's the case, let's just select this one and let's check. It's going that way. The Z, Y, if I rotate it around 5 degrees is fine. Let's put it there. Right, 5. Okay. So it's back. Okay, so it's looking really good. Now the only thing that's needed is the X one. But the X rotation is going to be a little bit more complicated. Let's go. I'm gonna need to do it via drivers, so I'm gonna need to use this here. Let's put it in the XYZ Euler just to make things easier. I'm gonna need to add a driver to the X rotation, so add driver. Let's bring it here. It's gonna be scripted expression, but I want this variable to be z. And we're gonna use the object as the armature right there. I'm gonna need to edit this again. Whoa. Edit. Let me open it in the driver's edit. Let me see if it's showing. No, it's not showing. So let's try one thing. Okay. So I'm gonna have this in driver's edit. Just select this one. Frame it a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is to get this, Shift D. Let me see. Did it? Oh, I got just the handle apparently. So there we go. This one, Shift D. Let me see. Okay. X. and send it to -2. So we're gonna have something like this. And then later we can just fix this part down here. Let me just check one thing real quick. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we have this here. Now we need to get the bone, which is going to be the MCH feet angles. There. Location, it's not the location, we need the rotation on the Z. Euler, not the world space, I want it in local space. Okay, at the moment we have something like this. Let me just minimize that, and let's see if I move this forward, it's going up. So there we go, we're gonna have something like this, which is not what we want. So let's get back to this one and just select the pelvis again. I can simply come here and put a minus there. So there we go. Let's check. Why? Nah, if I just put the minus, it's not working. Because I'm using basically the graph. So let's just put this back to Z, select it, put the pivot to the cursor, S, Y -1. Okay, so we invert it. Now let's see if I move this. Now it goes down. Beautiful. But it's going too much down. So let's see. Let's make the rate to be something like 0.5, 0.3 times that amount. Now let's check. How's it? Okay. Yeah, now it looks like it's a lot better. So yeah, there we go. And this way we got a really nice automatic pelvis. Just moving the IK controller. That's the important part here. We are just moving the IK controller. And then we have something like this. So, not bad, I would say. But still, later I'm going to add some controllers, and just to make things a little bit easier to work with. So if the animator wants to make this stronger, they can. If they want to make this disappear, they can. So this is really good for walking and running and stuff like that. Even for normal things, actually, if you just like grab and put the feet like this, we see it just moves correctly. And there we go. So that's nice. Another thing that I'm gonna need is the torso. Let me see. Let's grab this into here. Because now I want it to have a kind of balancing effect. So, for example, if I bring this up like this, I want this here to maybe rotate a little bit that way and move to the X like that. Just so it's trying to balance itself. So let's see. For that, I can also use the MCH feet angles to do something. that is basically, let's see, if I make this go up, I make this go to the side. But this one I'm not going to do using the transforms constraint. I'm going to do it using drivers as well, maybe, because this way I'm gonna be able to have a better control on how it's actually going to move. I could also make an animation for that, but then I am stuck with the animation. So let's just make it the driver way. It's gonna call mch torso.001 because we already have it. And so mch torso, let's change it all to torso. Okay. So there we go. Now we get this here. Let's see. So if I bring this up, I'm gonna have the Y, no, not the Y, it's, oops. Which axis is it? And the X axis. Okay, so I have the foot like that. Just gonna need to grab this one, Control R, just to make it Euler rotation as well. And let's see, I'm gonna get the rotation on the y-axis. So there, add driver. Let me show in the driver there. We don't have an object, and this object is going to be the Carnotaurus. And the bone is the angles. There. So we're gonna have something like this. Select everything, just put them back to normal. This one I'm working on the x-axis. Let's just put this back to x. It's not the x location, it's the x rotation in local space. So at the moment, it's all 0. Let me just grab this, move it up. And then we are going to have something like this, which is not good. Let me just bring it this way, and this one this way. So MCH pelvis, no, it's this one. There. Okay, so I got the X in there. What I'm going to need is... Well, this is actually already kind of correct. So I just need to dial it down a little bit, maybe 0.1. Okay, I changed that. Let me see if I just bring this up. There we go. We got something interesting going on there. Okay. But then another thing that I'm gonna need is to move this here to the left. Is it? No, to the right. When I get the foot up. Because the center of gravity is kind of here, the foot is up. I don't have any kind of base in there. If I keep it like this, and then it's just going to trip this way. So not good. We need to get it balanced this way. To do that, we are gonna need to add a driver to the X location this time. So there we go. Let me just copy this one. Copy driver, paste it here. Okay. It's all good. Let me just do one thing because it's using this animation and that's making everything go back into how it was before. It's kind of annoying. So, okay, so we got something like until here. 0.5, right? I guess. Yeah. So 0.5 is where the foot, well, the toes and the curl. So I'm gonna have something like this. I just need to get this moving that way. So let's just click here, edit driver, show in drivers editor. Just in case, let me get this here. I need the X location now. It's the only one that I'm working with. So just, whoop, there we go. We're gonna have something like this. And, well, just this amount is not enough. So let me just do something like this. And we are already a lot better than we were before. This is actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. The head is kind of broken a little bit, but that's fine. Let me just check here. One thing. What is it doing? Okay, so it's basically doing that. If I do this, it fixes it. So I need to rotate it that way to make it work properly, which is the Z axis. But this one I can use the transformation, maybe. Yes, I can. Or maybe not. No, let's not. Let's use the Y as well. So copy this one to here, paste driver there. But instead of 0, 1, it's going to be minus something. Oh, 0, 2. Let's see. Nope. Let's try 0, 3. Okay, 0, 3 looks good. And then let's see, what do we have here at the moment? Boom. Okay. That's pretty good. Let's see. Isn't just going too much. Yep, too much. So we need to kind of limit the amount that this is moving. So let me just open it in the driver's editor right there. It's the X location. I don't need this one. What is the maximum that I want it to go? Maybe. Let's check if I just grab this or X. That's it. So how much was it? 0.4. Okay, so 0.4, and that's gonna be it. Like that. This one. This here. Let's put it down a little bit. Well, let's just make it there. Y 0.4. Okay, so we're gonna have something like this. And now I'm gonna need to shift D it. S X -1. So it's in there. And then move it. Well, I can just SY -1. Yep, that's all good. This here, I want it to be flat down, like... Let me just grab all of it. Just select this one, individual centers. If I just scale it on the Y, 0. Okay, now it's flat. Now I can just grab this one, S, Y, 0, and it's flat as well. So we're gonna have something interesting. Another thing that I want actually is to have these happening a little bit faster. Something like this maybe should be good. So it starts fast and it ends pretty quickly as well. Okay, so let me see if I make it go all the way up. There we go. So now let's check it in perspective just to see how it's working. Hello everyone. Right? Yep, and thank you. So yeah, the idea is just using the IK controller and having all of these movements. There we go. Okay, so that already looks pretty nice. Let's see. That way. Good. Now, another thing that I'm gonna need is to have this here kind of following these two bones at the same time. So I will need something to make it well, I can't simply use the copy location. Let's try. So just I'm gonna get this one and then this one, the copy location, and then it's gonna break. I need to copy the local and local. Both of them are basically with the same axis, so I don't need to worry about that. And I just want to copy the X and Y. Now I can just shift D, this constraint. So this one is the copy location left, and this one is going to be the copy location right. I can just put an R in here, and the influence of this one is going to be 0.5. So this way we have a kind of, how can I say, an average. So there we go. We have it moving. The head is kind of broken there, but it's just because the head parent is the root. Let's just change it to the chest, and then we're gonna have it looking a lot better. So there we go. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. So we already have a lot of animations done, all automatically. And they look good. Really fluid. Yeah, thank you. Yep. That's the power of drivers. So there we go. Oh my goodness, this is looking a lot better than I imagined. Okay, so in this case, all of them can just come here to the MCH and be put in there. This year, the same thing. Just put it there. We don't need it anymore. I just need to send this back to the torso. This one back to the IKL. And this one back to the IKR. This should be it. Let's see. If I just turn this, get back here, And let's check access and names. There we go, we got this. So that's already working quite nicely. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now we are actually gonna need to do some things here. Some of those, they can only work if, and only if, the IK is turned on. So let's get back here, and if any of these have the IK turned off, then they don't work. Let me just copy the data path. There, copy data path. Let's get here. Edit driver. I don't need to get the big one anymore. So just this one. Add input variable. It's a simple variable there. From the object Carnotaurus, and this is the data path. Okay, it should actually be the armature. There. And there we go. Okay, armature. Beautiful. It works. So this is the IK. So IK L is it? Let me see. IK, yeah, this is the IK left. I'm gonna need another one of these. So just add another one. It's gonna be the IKR. It's an armature. There it is. Just put this one here and change to R. Oops, armature. So put this one here, change to R. Beautiful. And multiply it. So just multiply IK L and IK R. Good. Oh, but there's one other thing that I need here. It would be nice if I was able to just invert these values, or like add a -1 to them, but that's not going to be possible. So I need to do it manually here. So it's going to be 1 minus IKL times 1 minus, whoops, 1 minus IKR. Beautiful. Now it works. Let me just copy this as well because I'm going to be using it everywhere. I'm going to copy these variables. Okay, they copied. Just come here and edit driver. Let me paste. Let me remove this X because it is already there. And multiply. There. Good. The other one down here, and the same idea. Just paste it there, remove this X, and multiply. Hello, Mo! How's it going? So these ones, they're already fine. Now I need to check. And this time you did miss a lot of interesting things here. But you be fine, you be fine. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking. Let me just paste these things here, and then I'm gonna show you. Oh, there we go. We got that. And the transformation, I also need it to be in here. But this one, let's see. I'm just add a driver. Okay, add driver. Scripted expression. Yep, that's good. I'm just paste them. I don't need this var one. I don't need this one. I just need these ones here. Okay, so this makes everything be one. Okay, good. So basically, what you missed is in this here. I'm just moving the IK controller, by the way. See? That's what we got. And it's not even that much advanced. It's just a few drivers and some interesting things, but yeah, it's just this controller, and that's the only thing I'm moving. That's all. So let's save it, because I've already worked on a lot of stuff, and I didn't have it saved yet. And drink some water, of course. Nice. Let me see. Okay, so let me just play it safe and get back in here. And let's check. Okay, so this is good, and this is good. And yeah, this is perfect. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. So in this case, now let's see. What else do we have to do here? Nothing much, actually. It's just adding the other normal things, like the tongue control, the belly, chest, maybe some thigh jiggle and stuff. Well, and there's also the eye closing and nostril as well, but those are gonna be for later. I would say that for today, this is already a really good amount of work done. So I'm gonna leave it like this for now. And most likely tomorrow, I'm not going to go live again. Because I think I'm gonna do the weight paint offline. It's not that many people that likes watching weight painting. So yeah, just gonna do it on our Discord server. So by the way, Discord server down the description if you would like to check it out, and if you're really interested in seeing me weight painting this big boy, you can join there. Also, if you got all the way here, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support the channel even further, there are links down the description for donations and also for our stores, so you can get some quality assets. And yeah, damn, I missed it. Just a bit. It's all saved, and so you're good. You can check it. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. So, everybody, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.